Hi.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Women in Computing of IEEE Computer Society Kerala chapter presents Talk with Adobe Scholars. So today we have a 2019 scholar here. So Shim, and
Yes, sure.
she and she is a PhD student doing research in computer science at the University of California, Berkeley. And their research career was kickstarted by a successful Adobe scholarship application, and which led to an internship at Adobe in summer 2019. They are also a vocal advocate for trans rights, non binary visibility, and gender diversity in tech, plus a member of Anida Biog's Sisters community, a Grace Hopper scholar, and a digital artist. So, and they have a dog named Grace and a rabbit named Hopper who may make an appearance during the event. So, I warmly welcome you to the session, ma'am.
Hi, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to virtually meet with you and talk with you.
Thank you so much. And can you give a brief introduction about you?
Sure. I mean, you did a great job right there. But yeah, I'm Shim, and my pronouns are they, them, but she, her, or he, him is also fine. And I'm a non binary computer scientist. And right now, my study focus is human computer interaction. And that started I mean, it started when I started majoring in computer science, but my research career was really kickstarted when I got to intern at Adobe Research and learn about what it's like to have a research career. So I'm here to answer any questions you guys might have, and hopefully help you if you're interested in also getting involved with Adobe or getting involved with technology or diversity in tech in general.
Okay. So, I have gathered some questions from the aspirants. So, let me ask it one by one. First question: Hobby Research Women in Technology Scholarship about? Just can you give a brief introduction about that?
Sure. I mean, there's lots of information on the website that you can read to get like really detailed information. And
Mhm.
obviously, I'm no longer with Adobe because my internship's over and now I'm now pursuing my PhD. But what I applied for was a scholarship that is like this program is created to help promote diversity in tech, which is something that's really important to Adobe. And there is a separate scholarship for the India offices, which is really cool for you guys. And the idea is that we need to widen participation in tech. Computer science is one of the only scientific fields where it's become even more difficult for people of diverse gender, besides just being cis white men, to get involved in and get leadership positions in and get um, job opportunities in. So programs like these, and also programs run by the Grace Hopper Institute, the Anita Borg Institute, are supposed to promote that diversity. And if you get this scholarship, not only do you get a $10,000, I know that's the global, I don't know if it's different for India, but you get a monetary a gift, and you can really use that stipend however you want. Although I think the idea is that it's supposed to promote your scholarship as a woman in tech. And you also get the opportunity to really network with Adobe scientists, which could lead to an internship application if that's what you want to go for, and maybe an internship at Adobe offices, which could lead to the kind of career opportunities that I ended up getting.
Okay, cool. And what was your inspiration to apply?
Well, I had a professor in my school who told me that it would be a great idea for me to apply, but also I'm a huge proponent of Adobe products. I've been using them for a long time for my digital art, and I'm also interested in them as a computer science student. So it's obviously really excited to get involved with not only a big tech company, but a big tech company whose products I use, like Photoshop or Illustrator or After Effects. So to be involved with a company that I have a personal connection with, not only is that more fun, but it's easier to write an application and get excited about it.
Okay, that's so great. And okay, next question. Can you give us some tips on handling the essay questions?
I absolutely can. And I'm actually going to send you a link to my answers to
Yeah.
the essay questions. They're different essay questions now, but they might give you an idea of what you can answer like,
Yeah, yeah.
and you
That'll be
can
great.
go over. But the main thing is that you get a limited word count, right?
Mm.
And it's
Mm.
kind of hard to fit everything you want to say into that short word count. And the reason for that is because they're reading a whole lot of applications.
Yeah.
So they can't be reading super long essays. So you have to find a way to really take everything you have to say about yourself that makes you unique, that makes you stand out, and try to say it in just a few words that answers the question. So
Yeah.
sometimes that means you have to be a little bit theatrical, a little bit creative with how you put your sentences
Yeah.
together so you can
You
fit
want to
lots.
stand out, right?
Yeah, you want to stand out, but also make it short. So
Yeah.
it might help to like make a list of the things you really want to include, the things that make you stand out as a person, and find a way to fit all of those things into the short responses.
Okay. So the next question, what is the interview process like? Are there more than one round, or what are the questions they ask?
So first, I just had a phone interview, and that
Mhm.
wasn't a huge deal. And they kind of ask like similar questions to the questions that they ask you to write in the essays, and you might really have like similar information in front of you to help you answer those. They'll contact you to ask you for times that will work, and then you tell them which of those times they provided would work for a call, and then you just kind of get a call out of the blue during those times that you listed. And like just keep in mind, like that's why it's really great to have like a list. And I also used like a list like that for applying to grad school and for applying to jobs too, just like a list of like key points about your like what makes you unique as a computer science student and what kind of experience you had, so that when somebody asks you a question, like you're already prepared, like, oh, I know all about that because of this project that I did in school, let me tell you about it. Or, oh yeah, I would be good at solving problems and I have evidence because here's something that I did with the club at my school or with the IEEE association at my school. And so sometimes when you get nervous, it's easy to just forget all the things that you do at school. And it's like, I
That
don't
happens.
know.
Yeah, okay. So next question, do a candidate need research experience to win this scholarship?
No, but I would say that it's helpful to understand like what it means to like have research experience. You might not have a formal research experience where you have an advisor and you're doing a research project and you have a publication. Obviously, if you have those things, definitely mention them. That's really cool to have. But research is all about collaboration. It's being a hard worker. It's being able to ask questions. When you get schoolwork, you don't just stop at answering the schoolwork. You want to learn more and you go on the internet and you read more about it. And so if you're the kind of person who does that, then you're a researcher, even if it's not like formal experience. So that might be a great thing to mention, that
Okay.
subject in class and I did this much, but I went further and spent more time making the project even better because I wanted to learn more about it.
Yeah, that's so cool. And what are the perks of winning this scholarship?
The perks, obviously, the money is very exciting, especially when if you have trouble supporting yourself through school. And I know that it was really helpful for me to finish my last year of school to have that monetary support. So can't laugh at that. That's really exciting. But also the biggest thing, even besides that, was the connections that I made, because first of all, I made some really cool friends who are from all around the world and have
Yeah.
really diverse research interests. And also, I learned all about what it's like to do research at a professional level. And that totally altered the course of my career. So instead of going to work as a software engineer, I wanted to go work in a research lab, which is why now I'm pursuing my PhD. And my mentors at Adobe wrote my reference letters for grad school, and they're still there if I need to ask them questions, and they're still around online. And if I could visit them in person, I would. Not really in the pandemic right now. but it's
Yeah.
really cool to have friends in high places in the industry.
Yeah, that's so nice. And is introductory video necessary for the application?
What was that?
Is the introductory video necessary?
I wouldn't say that it's necessary because I think does say that it's optional, but I would say it's a really great way to make yourself stand out because they're reading a lot of applications, they're reading a lot of essays, and I imagine that reading all those essays, some of them start to sound kind of boring.
Yeah.
That's why you really want to try and make yourself stand out. But if you can put together like a short video that has fun music and visuals, then that's like so much easier to make yourself stand out than just words. So you could even really take the answers for the other questions and just find like a cute way to present them, and it'll show them that you went the extra mile because it's important to you.
Yeah. Okay. And what were your winning aspects according to you?
Well, I had a pretty exciting video that I think was very different from what other people did. And I think the
Hmm.
other people who also won the scholarship that I became really good friends with, I made really good friends with some of the other scholarship winners who did their internship with me um, at the same time. And we all had really unique ways of presenting ourselves and unique videos, and also like unique traits that connected art and computer science, or activism in computer science, or diversity in tech and computer science. So they don't just want someone who does their computer science coursework or does their engineering coursework and that's it, that's all they do. They want people who do extracurricular activities, they are leaders in their student communities, they are artistic or creative, or they also doing research at Adobe is a lot of that. Obviously, Adobe is a company that makes Photoshop and also makes the document and cloud PDF technology. So they really value the combination of technology and creativity, or technology and activism, or technology and being an innovative person.
Yeah. Okay. Then next question. How important is the letter of recommendation in the application process?
You definitely want a good letter of recommendation, but I just had a professor that I knew I had a good relationship with write one for me. It's not like you need a letter of recommendation from the Pope, but just someone who can vouch for that you're a good student and that you'd be a good fit for the scholarship. So just pick a professor that you trust would be my advice there.
Okay. So can you share your experience during the internship?
Okay. It was really fun. And I had to find a place to live near the Adobe's offices, which was a little bit of a challenge and kind of expensive. I don't know how expensive the area around the Adobe office in India is, but it was a bit of a challenge to move out to a new place. But I really enjoyed exploring a new place, and I went into work every day like a real employee, and I had my own employee badge. I got to do like a workers orientation in the cafeteria with other Adobe employees. Sometimes they took us out to eat. They also try to take their interns on like a fun trip. So they took us whale watching, which is awesome. And besides all the fun stuff, even though the research was also fun, every day I did research, and every week I met with my advisor, who was an Adobe full-time employee that was meant to guide me through my experience and also through the project that I was working on. And they are really cool, and we still talk today. And everyone really treats you like you're part of the team, and like you're a part of like the Adobe family and company, even though it's like a humongous company. So that was a little bit overwhelming. But I learned a lot about what it's like to work in an environment like that, which is really cool.
Yeah, okay. So, out of topic question, can you share your experience in working for the trans rights or gender diversity in tech and all, and what were the obstacles you faced, and what are the lessons you learned during the journey?
Well, obviously a difficult space to navigate, especially right now, but also in the past. The and I think it's harder to be a person of color, but it's even harder to be a trans woman of color. I'm not a trans woman of color. I'm a trans non-binary person of color, meaning that I identify not as male or female, but I have transitioned to living gender neutral or gender queer. And that was something that actually really did come up, even though this was off topic. It did come up in my Adobe internship because I asked before I got there, could everyone call me by my new name that I had just picked out for myself? And could everyone use they, them pronouns for me? And they got back to me and they made sure that everyone there in the workplace was going to do that for me. And everyone just called me by my new name and not the name that I was given at birth. And I thought that was really cool that Adobe was really inclusive like that. And this scholarship program is just indicative of how important inclusivity and diversity is there. I celebrated my first Pride Parade while I was in San Jose. I went with other Adobe interns, and that was really fun. And I met an Adobe employee that's been there for a really long time and is a gay man and is a proud gay man, and was really involved with promoting pride and LGBTQ rights in the workplace while I was there. So he was really cool, and we're still kind of friends, even though he's an old dude and I'm a young dude. So it was cool to connect with people like that and see that even in the past, when it was even harder to be publicly queer and publicly not necessarily cis heteronormative and white, that there were people who were accepted at Adobe and are accepted in the computer science and the technology world in general for just the way we are.
Yeah, okay. So you said me that you had a very cool introductory video. So can you please show us that video?
Yes, I can. That's one of the things I had prepared. So here I have it on YouTube. I could send you the YouTube link, and then you could share with everyone, or we could watch it together, or you could tack it to the end of this video recording.
Okay, I'll tag it. I will tag it with the video. Okay.
Yeah, I sent you the link to that, and I also included the link to my Adobe essay questions, the answers that I gave.
Yeah, that's so great, cool about it. And now I'm done with my questions. Or anything you have to say to the aspirants?
I mean, those two things were things that I wanted to show you, and I also would love to show you, and I'll just include this link too, my website, which you guys can check out. I think having a website's really cool way to not only stand out for Adobe, but also in general. It's really good to have a cool website. Especially like if you have a resume, like turn your resume into a website, and it's going to be really impressive as a computer science major, as an engineer, as a web developer. If you have a cool website, it shows people right away that you know how to use technology and you're also creative and you're innovative. So that's a great way. If people are looking you up because you applied for something, then they'll probably find your website first, and that's a great way to make a good impression on them.
Yeah, that's so cool. So I think let's wrap up the session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, even though it was, oh my God, that's so cute.
Thank you so much for contacting me, and you can contact me again anytime. And if anybody wants me to look over their application or has questions about grad school or questions about doing research academically or in the industry, I can answer as best as I can.
Okay, we'll be glad to connect with you. And thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us. And
it was so much
fun. You too. You are way too much fun. Okay, and I wish all the very best for your upcoming projects and successes. Okay, and for the viewers, thank you so much for watching us. And I think it was a really cool session, and I was my cheeks are big because I was smiling all the session. So thank you everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel for more content and updates. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shim.
Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.